Welcome back to Unstable.
Hey. How y'all doing?
We have to film twice because I'm going to Florida.
Bree's going out of town. She's finally going on a little vacay.
I'm going glamping. I've never gone and I'm excited but also terrified. Did you know that there's alligators
It's in Florida,
in
Bree.
the springs? Like
yeah,
we're
it's
literally
Florida.
If you search on TikTok, it's they swim next to people. Like how is that allowed?
I'm surprised they do allow that. Usually they don't allow it in those, like,
Right.
in that water. They'll usually just have signs and just not let people
There's
swim.
signs, it's, like
So
it
it's
says
very
it, but
much at your
apparently
own
there's
risk.
there's not a tax. I don't think. I didn't have the nerve to search that. I'm sure it doesn't happen. You know that's one of my
And
biggest
you can't
fears.
scream. I know, it's
besides
your nightmare.
cockroaches.
It's her first nightmare. You can't scream. Like, you can't start panicking.
They say don't even
can't.
splash because
No,
they might
literally.
mistake you as a big animal.
Exactly. You have to just be still and just, like, stay where you are and just let them, like, come and go.
Yeah. It's like I don't even know. How am I supposed to relax?
Just don't think about it. You'll be with Katie.
I'll take my glasses off so I don't see.
No, I think you should see. I don't think
Out
you
of
should
sight,
not have
out
your
of
sight,
mind.
Bree. I think you should keep all your senses.
But at least I feel like the little ones would be like first. Well, no.
What, you're gonna sacrifice them?
No, I don't. Gators like
Like what?
If they wouldn't. They would go for like a child.
You're
I'm just
sick.
saying.
You're
like
sick.
I don't.
I've done the glamping before. It's fun.
You've done glamping.
I've only done glamping. I've never done like camping in like a tent.
I've never done
only
either
like
or.
I've done like a little retreat. The retreat I did in Michigan, like that was glamping.
Oh,
Like it's
okay.
fun. It's fun. I had fun. This shirt brings out your green eyes more.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because it has a green.
Because it has a green in it. Like it does bring out your eyes.
I'm wearing my eye color. You're wearing your eye color. You've been wearing glitter lately on your eyes.
I know. I saw a girl post and she was.
Is it manifest something?
No.
I don't know.
Wait,
Because you know how like if
thing?
people, you know how like
that a
if you do
thing?
the white
Oh my
dots,
God.
if you go
Yes,
here,
yes,
here,
yes,
here.
yes,
I did
yes,
that
yes,
going
yes,
out
yes.
once and I was like,
Did it work?
I don't remember.
No, I just saw this girl saying like she was just trying to do like everyday like glam, but like with
But
like
without
glitter,
doing
like
too
adding
much.
glitter. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I like how she did it. She used a more chunkier glitter than even I'm using, so I was like, that one's closer to the one she was using. So I was like, I'll use this.
People call that glitter a fairy dust glitter or pixie dust glitter.
She
it's,
also
it's
said
this
another word.
iridescent kind.
She also said another word, like it had chunks in it.
It looks nice.
Thank you. Bro, I saw something today and I was like, wow. I feel like school should have been at a later time. Like, I feel like I wish I was in high school now. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like I would retain a lot more now. And I feel like my years were wasted.
I just saw a question that was like, something that you learned now that you wish you knew back then.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh, what's something
Because
I
you
wish?
just said.
Okay, so like I
wish
just
that.
saw a video about like the Panama Canal and like how it operates, and I didn't know how it operates, and I'm just like, I know what the Panama Canal is, I guess, but like I didn't really.
I feel like once you say it, I'm gonna remember.
Yeah,
because I know we learned this.
Exactly, we learned it, but my brain did not retain it enough for me to be like, if someone asked me like one of those street interviews, like, oh, how does the Panama Canal operate? You would not be able to tell them.
what is this, Kahoot?
You would literally just sit there. That's what I'm saying. They ask the most random questions, but it's stuff we all learned.
But also, why do we need to know that?
Well, it is interesting, and honestly, like watching the video, I was like, wow, I appreciate this way more now than I did in high school. Like, I know I was just like zoning out and not listening to the teacher at all. But basically, it's just the largest waterway that connects from the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean. Mm-hmm. And there's two big lakes that help the water, so it's like a big passageway.
Yeah,
with these big gates,
I knew.
And it has the locks raises the water to raise the boats.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I forgot about that.
You didn't remember that?
I didn't remember it as I watched it. I remembered the grid and the locks, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. But then I was like, this is more like fascinating than I gave it credit for at the time. Do you know what I mean? I didn't appreciate how like interesting that, like, that's very cool, like the way the water brings up the boat and like it just keeps going higher. Like, that is very cool.
Yeah.
And like that was built a very long time ago.
That's what I'm saying. It was like the beginning of technology.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I feel like they're like teaching children that, and like it's like wasted.
You know what it is though?
Sometimes. Not everyone.
Sometimes, not for everyone, but like
personally.
It's interesting that you specifically brought that up because I learned that specifically in this one class that I did retain things, and I thank him till this day, Mr. Carr,
Oh.
because I don't know what it was, but the way he taught, and I vividly remember the day he taught that subject. Like, it's kind of crazy because, like, other teachers, like, you don't really remember those certain assignments or whatever, but I don't know what it was with him. He was such a great teacher.
That's actually valid, because there's certain teachers that they'll teach it in a certain way and it just clicks.
It just clicks.
And then you'll never forget it. You know what I also think is wasted on children? And I'm not saying this in like a mean way, like wasted on children, but like they don't appreciate it as much. I think traveling at a young age is wasted.
Oh, facts.
Like, you're so, like, in a bad mood. You're like, they're dragging me here. We're walking here.
If
I don't want to
go-
see this. Like,
no, because, like,
don't
there's
appreciate
people
it
I
as a
know now
kid.
that's like, yeah, I went to the Bahamas or Hawaii or somewhere when I was younger with my family when we used to do family trips. And I'm like, okay, so they're like, oh, but I don't really remember it. So it's like, so you just, like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're older and you're with, like, you
appreciate it more.
Appreciate a vacation.
No, yeah. 100%, because I was just thinking, like, I just saw this girl post, and she was, like, posting dumps from when she was 13, like, traveling across, like, Europe, and just sour face.
That's
like,
not
and it's just
the
such
same.
a mood, but it's just, like, you're 13, like, you're pissed, you're walking all day.
It's not like you're going out.
I was too, yeah.
Right.
Like, I was too. I remember when my mom took me to New York for the first time in high school, like, we were walking all day, days were long, like, I was just, like, bad mood. Like, I was just a kid, and I just had a sour attitude.
Unless you're getting,
and
like, your parents are buying some things for you.
Exactly, or, like, you're
really
doing a fun activity, you're not having fun.
You're not gonna really appreciate the views as much.
It as much as you would now as an adult.
Yeah.
And, like, I was just like, wow, it really is wasted.
But then again, it's like when you have a family and kids, like, what are you gonna do? Not bring your kid?
No, of course. No, I'm not saying it like that. But, like, maybe not, like, maybe do more, like, family-friendly vacations. Not, like, traveling to Europe. You don't need to take your kids, like 10-year-old kids.
It's usually those more privileged and rich families that be going.
No, I see
out of
like
the country
average. I see average families go. Average families do try to go and take their kids, and they think it's like worldly and culturing their children.
Wait till like they graduate or
That's
something.
what I'm saying. Like till they actually want to appreciate. Yeah, I think after high school is a great time to take them. They appreciate it. They have fun. They like.
I mean, because that's like an age where it's like a turning point into adulthood. Like you're gonna remember and you're gonna appreciate it.
You're gonna meet people.
Yeah, and you're at a good age where like you're old enough to do things in other countries as well. So yeah, I'll join their family and take place of the kid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, take someone else. Just
take me. Pick me. Choose me.
Take us on your next family vacation.
Anyway, speaking of children, did you know that over 400,000 children from 5 to 9 die a year? And guess what that cause? Guess what the cause is?
Over 400,000 children from the ages of 5 to 9 die
from this. Every year from this.
Starvation?
No, I'm sure that's honestly higher.
Car crashes?
Diarrhea.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah.
Why? Constipation?
No, diarrhea. Constipation is the opposite of diarrhea. No, because at first I was like, huh? Like, I mean,
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like, but I guess it's a lot in, like, other countries. And if you think about it, because when you have diarrhea, you're, like, dehydrated. And if you're, like, really sick with diarrhea and you have no help or medicine at all, like, I guess you just, like, children, they just completely, like, but over 400,000 kids a year die from diarrhea is actually that's terrifying to think about it.
That's a large amount of children.
That's a large amount of children.
And think about, like, every time, like, we've gotten it and, like, how, like...
Someone said, like, over killed us? Someone said over 2,000 a day. I was like, what?
I'm not, like, smiling because it's funny. I'm, like, literally smiling because I'm just, like, shocked. Because, like, there's no way 2,000 a day from that. Like, that's actually just crazy.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know that was something that you could even die from,
like,
point blank, period.
What countries is it in? Is it, like, the water from the countries maybe making them sick?
And no, it's straight up from that. Like, yeah.
To think that, like, that could have happened to us.
But, like you have water and nutrients to recover. Yeah. That's the thing. In other places, they do not. And we don't realize that. We don't realize that.
That's so awful. That's so many people.
Specifically kids, too. It's like they don't even know. Like, I also found out that you can smell your own lungs, but our brain just filters it out. And I'm like, man, if I could smell my own lungs, it's these smoker lungs, popcorn lungs. But like, I
oh
don't
my
know.
god, the thought of that is like scary. Like it's like, you know, messing with my brain, you know, and like how we said the glass shatters. It's like,
yeah.
my
Well,
brain
you're
is
not
like
gonna be able to
overthinking.
smell it, but
I
like,
know, but it's
I wonder
overthinking.
if that is true though, because it's like, okay, think about when you're sick, like, and you have a respiratory like infection. You know how you can like feel your sickness or like kind of taste your sickness. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to
I don't
explain
think
it.
I've had a respiratory infection.
You never had like bronchitis or strep throat.
I've had strep.
Okay, you know how you can like
no, because it always
feel
came back negative. No,
this.
I never had strep throat because it always came back negative.
Okay,
My
so you've had
tonsils
moments.
got inflamed.
Okay, that was an infection of
Is
some sort
it?
in your throat. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had strep throat since I was like kindergarten.
Like I've never had bronchitis. I don't think.
I
Isn't
think
that like the serious one? Like, what do you mean you had bronchitis,
Yeah.
bro?
What do you mean serious?
It's serious.
I mean, yeah, it was bad. I'm pretty sure I had it once as a kid. Let me search bronchitis.
No, because I remember I would get sick every month, and my tonsils would swell up every single month without fail.
There's
so we would
acute
get tests.
bronchitis. Sorry.
So I would get tested, and then every time my parents would like kind of scare me and be like, "We might have to have surgery just to, like get your tonsils removed, so that way they don't like get inflamed every month." But I was just so scared of the process of
But I don't get why
surgery.
people do that, because don't tonsils kind of protect your throat too? So
I never got
like,
them removed, but like I
never
feel like
did
it's
either.
a scam. I feel like it's a scam. I feel like you don't need to like it's something in your body. Like why do you need to remove it? It was put there for a reason. Why are we removing things?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Suspicious.
Bronchitis, it says it's usually self-diagnosable, and you're coughing up mucus, wheezing, shortness of breath, runny or blocked nose, aches and pains. Like it feels like a lot of other infections that like you get within your throat. I think bronchitis untreated could get really bad. I mean, it's so much inflammation in your tubes, like you could choke. You know what I mean? Like you have to, like I had to get prescription medication, like unless I'm thinking of something else, but I'm pretty sure I had that once. And I know for a fact I had strep throat because I remember taking Pepto-Bismol and throwing it all up. Did you know that people who take Pepto-Bismol, I saw a video the other day that your tongue can turn black from it?
Why do I feel like I've heard that?
Because it's a thing, and I thought it was a joke, and it's like, haha, when I took my medicine and my tongue's all black now. I will insert a picture from someone on the internet. It's actually kind of crazy. It's like a common thing. But I guess I never realized because I've only taken it like once or twice in my life.
I feel like that's an excessive amount. Like you have to like finish the whole bottle probably.
No. Like you could, like one of us can take it right now if we're not feeling good, and like our tongue
after
can go
one little
It's
sip.
something with the reaction of the medicine that
so
does.
Did that happen to you?
Not that I remember. I kind of want to like taste some just to test it out.
Okay, no.
Bubble gum.
No, Brie. We don't need to be the guinea pigs. What's wrong with you? Why do you want to turn your tongue black? That does not
Things
seem
should
fun.
be human tested instead of animal tested. Speaking of guinea pigs.
Yeah, you can do that on like prisoners in like on death row or something. We're not like.
Why don't we do that?
I've talked about. I feel like I've talked about that people.
To me,
like, yeah, we should definitely be doing
like
that.
That makes sense. It
like,
just makes sense.
Give back to the community, you know, in some way.
Right, because most people like they end up having like a very enjoyable life in jail after they hurt a child or a minor and did some horrible things.
Bro, when I'm in California, I got on like jail TikTok again, and I was like, they be living better than us sometimes, and I'm like, I don't understand like how they have a full phone, just screen time doing TikTok dances, like, what, like
I don't know. Obviously,
like I know it's not all fun and games.
Yeah,
like I'm not trying to like glamorize the prison, but like
I feel like for a lot of
why do they have phones?
There are some crimes where it's like justice isn't served. You know
no,
what I
they're
mean?
not in maximum. They're literally just in general, just like with everybody, acting like they didn't do some heinous things.
Yeah, and at the same time, I feel like death penalty is too easy. You know, so it's like
get what people
like
say
what you
with
said,
that.
like they
just be lapped. Be a little lab rat. Bro, you know what pain I was getting in my head yesterday? It was making me kind of nervous. I did have my head like wrapped in my little like shirt that I do when I like after I shower. So it was like tightly wrapped, but as I was laying down, I was getting this like tingling in my head, where the whole flat side of my back head got all tingly, and it was like...
Did you dye your hair?
Needly. No, it was like pins and needles on my head, just like all
It's your
tingling through my
nerves. You
head.
have to get checked from the doctor.
Can anyone else relate to this in the comments, maybe?
You know, people leave advice and tips on what to do for these medical things and issues, and like what to specifically check out for it.
I just thought I thought you might have felt that before. I thought this was
No, I definitely haven't felt that before.
That's happened before. So I thought we were gonna be able to.
Well, that's why I asked if did you dye your hair, because if maybe
No.
you left some bleach in your head, and I don't know.
Oh no.
We've talked about this before on a previous episode. It was a little while ago about like that whole like drama with Bad Baby.
Yeah.
And
And
if you don't know, yeah, like her baby daddy beat her, and she posted photos about it, and like it was really bad, really graphic. And like apparently like somebody just like was talking about it, and like because she's been posting and like all lovey with him and posting herself, and like stayed, and like I don't know, this it's just like,
I mean, she said she was gonna stay.
she said she, and that's the thing, and that's the thing, she said she would, she said, what did she say? I love him more than I love myself.
Yeah, she said, I'm not going anywhere. I didn't post this for you guys to attack him. I posted this just to like get him to see what he was doing was wrong. He's apologized, all that. Like, she was very much in the like stage of like forgiving and like going back.
But I feel like deep down, she does know it is wrong.
That's how
she's
it happens.
Just stuck.
I feel like there's a cycle to it. Like,
and in like
a
situation like that, it's just not easy at all. And I don't know. I just think like this is because I guess she just posted something recently, so everyone's talking about it again. But it's like definitely one of those like examples where it's like you can't help someone until like they help themselves. Like even if the whole world is, everyone's like, girl, like leave, and it's just like scary because like she has a baby too.
It is scary.
And like the type of woman she was, even back then, and even who she grew into, it's like crazy. Like I know that baby somewhere still in there.
She's just the last person you would think it would happen to, but like that's not to say that like it would happen to someone else and like that's justified. No, but like it's just like she was just a very like she used to like stood her bold, shit. Like so I'm just surprised that like she's not standing up. But like it is hard in that situation.
No, yeah,
but like
you won't ever understand until like you're in it.
No,
you know,
of course. It's just a tough situation to watch and like not do anything about.
We still need to watch it. It Ends With Us. We said we were gonna watch it last episode.
Oh
we
my
didn't.
Goodness!
Because we thought we had it. We had it on this illegal website, whatever.
Bro, they were recording it with their phone.
It was a camcorder.
I don't even know how they got a camcorder. If they were using their phone, it was shaky. We thought it was fine. We were like, we could do it. We've watched worse quality. But then we were like, no, we can't do it.
I don't know why the person promoted it like on TikTok. It was like, yeah, you could watch it all on that. That's how I watched it. I'm like, I used to do that when I was a kid. I used to watch stuff like recorded, like bootleg.
Like that?
Yeah, my dad used to get a bunch. My parents.
Okay, yeah,
they used to get a bunch. And when I was a kid, like, the Madagascar movie?
Yes.
I was obsessed with that movie. But specifically this one pirated DVD I had. And you could ask my dad. And every time I watched it, I knew the specific scene that would come up. And I would, as a kid, you would think it's part of the movie, but it was when a guy stood up in the movie theater and like he like stretched or something and like walked out. And growing up realizing why my parents would die laughing at me every time, because it's obviously not part of the movie, and every time when I knew that part was coming, I was like, this is it. Like I would think it's the funniest thing in the world.
I can imagine you inviting friends over. He's like, guys, you have to watch. I have this uncut version. It's way so different.
I was way too young.
I can imagine you seeing it with other people and you're like, this isn't how it plays at my house.
It was kind of iconic. Yeah, I don't. Now it's like I need an extra crisp movie, please.
I'm used to A24 films, sir. I need it HD.
HD flat screen.
Flat screen.
You know how like the whole Brooke and Hannah, Hannah, whatever. Brooke Schofield and all those tweets went down. We all know that. Awful, evil, horrible. But you know how it also happened to Alix Earle? And like people brought it up, but like why?
It was very quiet.
But she hasn't said a word about it. And like also it's like we need more people to come for her. Like, you know what I mean?
You know why people are not going to?
Oh, well, I found out why it seems like that. But what do you think?
Oh, I feel like people are just not going to say anything, or, like, she's not going to make any statements because, like, that's, sorry, like, but, like, if we all didn't assume she has said that in the past, and she is a very outspoken, I believe, Trump supporter. I don't
know.
Her whole, like, thing is just, like, she's just a party, get ready with me, like, lifestyle.
Yeah, but she's never been Trump supporter.
No, I think so. Her platform is just get ready with me and partying, so it's, like, she doesn't speak about political things on her thing, so she's not going to talk about stuff addressing this, I feel like. She's just not going to talk about it.
Yeah, but neither was Brooke, but she still did.
No, because Brooke was out there trying to hold people accountable and act like the freaking police.
Yeah.
That's why she got taken down.
Anyways, people, because I was always confused. I was like, why is all Alix Earle's comments, like, nobody gives a damn about her? One, she censored them all out, so that's why it seems like, but I think she's honestly getting is just as much as just as much talk as the others. But no, she trademarked her racist past. She copyrighted the fact that she was racist and the racist things that came out. She copyrighted it. So when people talk about it and when people write about it, she can sue them.
That is some white
Isn't that
shit,
insane? I didn't even know that you could do that. I didn't even know you could do that. Isn't that the most mind-blowing? I could not believe my ears and my eyes when I saw this the other night.
No, because hearing this, I'm just like, that's just some white privilege ass shit.
Dude, I'm sorry, like what the
You don't want to be held accountable. No one can talk on your name when you do something wrong.
No.
That makes me want to put a video. Like, I would never even put a video talking about someone, but that makes me want to be like, come sue me. Like, literally come sue me.
No, like, it's actually insane. If you talk specifically...
Our whole video is going to get taken down. We're going to get sued for this.
If you talk... I think it's if you say, like, a specifically, like, what...
Talking about her tweets.
Yeah, like, I don't even know what it was. I didn't even see it. But it makes sense why I don't see anything much of it on my For You page.
Crazy.
Because I guess somebody did. And then somebody did on their podcast. And then they just brought it up again on their newest podcast episode about how she did that now. I don't know. That's just, I didn't even know you could do that. And apparently, like, she went to school to be a lawyer and stuff. Yeah. So, like, I didn't even know that. So sick.
See, that's like you standing on your racism almost.
No, for real.
Right?
For real.
Not, that's the vibes I'm getting. That's like, I'm like standing behind it, 10 toes down, like, this is what I meant to say.
I mean,
like, what are you talking about?
Wild.
I'm like trying to process it still. I could never think of that in a million years. Okay, period.
I don't even know why she had followers in the first place. I say that about a lot of people.
She came out of nowhere, I feel. And just
like the first thing I heard about her was like this girl that threw up on her birthday dress from years ago and kept it in her closet for years.
It was all just like, I was just hearing like, kind of sorry, but like dirty things, and I was just like,
really dirty things. That's how I found out.
And it was reminding me of someone I knew, and I was just like,
yeah,
this is who people are like praising.
People like it.
I'm not even like hating. Like, I have nothing against her. I don't know her, but like.
It's not my cup of tea. I guess it's a lot of people's. People love dirty white girls and racism. Unfortunately. Like, I don't understand, but...
Our people don't love it, or they wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
The title was Alix Earle trademarks her racism. I'm
because that's a crazy statement. That's a crazy statement, because you're literally owning it. You literally said, that is my racism, and if you talk about it, I'm going to sue you.
Like, what?
You guys made the wrong people famous every time I think this. I feel like, and I know everyone's like, oh, I hate cancel culture, but I feel like, because you know why you guys hate it? Because it doesn't do what it used to do. Because y'all don't cancel people anymore.
No one actually
it's just like a little punch.
It also...
They get picked off the pedestal
I feel like we can say, we'll cancel someone, whatever. I also think at the end of the day, that shit's stupid. I think it's stupid. And what the heck does... Like, it feels chronically online to me, if that makes sense. But what I was going to say is, if we are, quote unquote, to cancel someone, there's only so much we can do. It's really about the companies that hired them that... are able to cancel them. So it's really like we have our choice, but the next up to actually cancel them is those brands and companies need to cancel them so that way they are canceled.
They stop getting work.
Because I feel like in order for someone to be canceled is that they lose all their opportunities of making money on that platform.
No, yeah, that's true. It just doesn't happen like it used to.
I feel like the YouTubers back in the day, when they got canceled, they dipped.
They got canceled. They were gone.
But the thing is, it also depends on the person. Like, they chose to dip. Like,
Yeah.
They did.
But they were also, those people were losing brand deals because the things were a little harsher. They were a little harsher.
Now all these companies and brands are racist, Zionists.
So they don't care if they work with the racists and the Zionists.
All of it.
Yeah.
They all are. Exactly.
They don't care who they're working with. Because they're not working with us. It pisses me off.
I hope the first brand we get in touch with one day is Huda Beauty.
No, literally. We follow each other, girl.
No, yeah. Hidaya and Huda Beauty follow each other.
I don't know, it's been years, but I'm nervous to reach out.
Also, we wear her makeup every day because it's so good.
Bree's aunt gave us makeup from her, foundation and the pressed powder, and it's so good. Mm-hmm. And we're almost running out, and I'm very sad about that day because it's a little pricey.
No, yeah, I'm running out of my foundation.
Me too. It's getting low.
I've
stopped using it.
Yeah, right now I'm only wearing concealer.
Me too. I'm not touching it yet.
But every time I do use it, it's spurting out. I'm like, oh, that's how you know it's running low. I'm gonna crack that thing open though.
I don't know how because it's so tiny.
I don't know how. I'm going to have to break it, and if there's glass shards in my foundation, whatever. I love that foundation so much.
Not the glass shards.
But I also have I have a lip liner from her, really good.
I want to try her lip stuff.
You like her lipsticks? Remember you used it?
Oh yeah.
Really it's a
really
nice color.
I did. I never tried liners though. I wanted to try.
Just the thing about Huda Beauty is one, she's a woman on business. Mm-hmm. Love her, and also just the products. I feel like they just work so well with
she made
certain undertones.
She made it for us.
Yeah,
she made it for literally all those good. Olive undertones, the yellow, right. The beige, the darker undertones.
And F that clean girl aesthetic. If I'm gonna beat my face, I'm gonna beat my face. And that's the thing I loved. I've been a fan of her since forever because she's was one of the first OG makeup girlies that would do a full face beat, and I love that she still stands on that. Obviously you can work with your products and do different looks, but she just makes the products I like.
Arab and brown girls, they look best in dark eyeliner and full glam. Bold look, bold eyes and bold face. If we really want to pop, it's dark liner, tight line, and then bold eyes, smoky eyeshadow.
I remember my aunt had the Huda Beauty palette, and speaking of glitter on your eyelids, the glitters in there were pigmented thick glitters.
I can't get over how her loose powder is called Kunafa, first of all, and it smells like I want to eat it. Oh, it just smells
I gave you
so
the loose
good.
one. I don't have a loose one.
Oh,
I have the pressed powders. I have 3 of them.
Oh my god, you should sniff it.
The pressed powders smell really good
I would
too.
do a line of that. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
That was
but
a bit
they
much.
do.
Sorry. No, because that powder smells so good.
I like the smell of all of her makeups she has, that I have.
But
so
I don't
far.
sniff anything. But the loose powder, every time I do that, it comes up.
Do you have a pressed powder?
No, you gave me the loose and the foundation.
I feel like they probably smell the same. But no, yeah, that foundation went through fast. I'm surprised because it seems like a pretty big bottle.
All foundation lasts me 6 months. I know that for a fact. Every time I get a bottle, it lasts me 6 months.
Has it been 6
January.
months?
We got it at the beginning of the year when we went to Kayla's. So it has lasted a while. I'm surprised yours. I would have been wearing makeup every day.
That's what I'm saying.
You haven't even been wearing makeup every day.
I don't. And even if I do, I don't wear foundation every day.
I use a dollop when I do.
Me too.
A lot?
No.
Why is yours almost done?
I'm sure there's still more in there. I can't tell, but when I do press on it, it always comes out, but it's sputes out.
Let your bottle stand up straight and let's see where the makeup dries down.
Maybe
we'll see how low it is.
In my bag all the time.
Yeah, let it stand up straight. No, yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a new bottle soon, unless
our dreams come true.
Unless someone wants to be so sweet and lovely and just make a little brown girl's dream come true.
Also, it's so hard to find a brand that is not boycotted.
Everything. I need like vitamin C like serum for, and I'm just like, I don't even know what skincare I can use because I haven't bought skincare since. Like, all my skincare has been, like, I've just had it, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to finish it, and now I'm running out, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to get.
No, yeah.
I don't know what to get.
I remember there was a website, if any of you guys know the website where it shows all the brands of, like, that is
boycotted. Friendly. Because every time I find the list, it's always, like, it doesn't seem accurate, and it seems, because I've heard different things.
There was an official website that I went on, and it showed me, and then the last time we went to Target, I tried to find the list, and it took me to this... I could only find this one website, but I was like, I swear this is not it. But if somebody knows it, just comment it, the link or something, please, because...
A good skincare.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are all Korean skincare good? Because I saw that they opened this new, in Brooklyn, like, this new Korean skincare store. So, like, if Korean skincare is, like, fine, chilling with us, then it's good skincare.
Maybe.
Just go get that.
Yeah, because, I mean... Korean skincare is superior.
So it's like, we should look it up.
We need that list.
We should look it up, yeah. I'm sorry to keep talking about makeup, but just like one more thing. So recently I started carving out my brows. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I wasn't doing that before. You know, like
recently, I feel like you always do.
No, I never did that before. I only started like within the last few months.
Wow.
Like it wasn't since like right before Europe, like about that time. Mm-hmm. And then now I was like, someone was like, if you're not carving out your lips after you do your liner, like that's so dumb. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know why I didn't do that. Like I always skip things and I add another thing onto my makeup, and then I'm like, why wasn't I doing this? And I looked stupid before.
You definitely, I mean, I will say your lips and brows look the same that they did before. That's a few months ago, but
lies.
Instead of carving my lips out, what I do is I put concealer here and here and blend it, and then I like go up with like, so that way it gives a more powdered look. Because I know for part of it you're not supposed to carve the whole thing.
The thing is, I do, because sometimes I like, my hand's shaky and I can't stay in my line, to be honest.
What do you carve with though? Because some parts need to be contoured to make your lips look bigger.
Well,
I'll send it to you.
I use what I use to carve my brows.
Which is like a lighter concealer, right?
Oh, I was using
or foundation, whatever.
I was using the Giorgio Armani.
I just know if you take like the lighter shade of concealer that you would put under your eyes, if you put it on the sides, like that, it's kind of like when you contour your nose. You know what I mean? How certain parts is contoured and some is more highlighted with a lighter concealer to make your nose look smaller. So when it's the same thing that you would do around your lips. Brows, you just carve it out with a concealer or whatever, just to fix them.
It's too much.
It's a lot. If you're ever curious, just like ask me and I'll send you like.
Every time I feel like I've gotten like a step forward, it's just like 15 steps back. It's ridiculous. I cried the other day in full face and that like it did not move. And it was because of the Huda Beauty. Oh, it was because of that press. It was that press and that foundation, bro. No, because even Danielle Zanesrud, she was like, because I was crying, and she was like, your, like, makeup did not move. What foundation? I was like, yeah, it's also the press, because if I did not have that setting powder.
You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm literally going to go on the website and look at all the other products she has, too, that I don't have, because I know there's some goodies.
I wish there was, like, a store for each, like, you know how, like, there's, like, a MAC store. Like, I wish there was, like, a Huda Beauty. Like I wish she had her own store, and it was just.
For all the makeup brands, it'd be too much. But I would love for her.
To have for the big ones.
I know she's at Sephora, of course.
Yeah, but like I wish it was her whole store. Like a pop up maybe. She's been around for so long. She could. It's not like she's some new thing.
Oh, for
sure.
She's
been there for years. She could do it. She's like there with Morphe. Like she could do it.
If she puts it in New York.
That's what I'm saying. Like a pop up in New York would go off.
You know what's funny? She probably has in the past, but just like obviously we weren't even like
paying attention.
I mean, like, we probably didn't live here. We were
I bet
kids
we lived here. I bet we lived
when
here.
she popped off, that was, like, I was, like, in middle school going into high school.
But there's no way she hasn't done more, like, pop-ups or drops. She's been
No, I follow her. If there was a pop-up in New York, I would have seen it. Speaking of stuff, I wish I was rich so I can go to TJ Maxx and Marshall Run, because I found out that, because every time we go, we look for Hello Kitty stuff. It's a fact. And I learned that people literally stash them in the hampers.
Yeah, they hide
and
stuff.
And into the chairs and the ottomans. And I don't know why we never thought to look. And I'm looking at I went through a hole of people looking through the hampers and all the stuff, and they will find literally a ottoman filled with Hello Kitty stuff.
We should just go look and record. We should make a little video and see how much stuff we can find.
And, like, move it around from people.
Yeah, or, like, get it.
I think they're already starting, like, Halloween Hello Kitty.
We should go.
I saw this guy. I definitely sent you a video a little while ago, but I'm curious if you've seen it before. He has like white dude tats all over his body, like random ass, like they're not good looking tats. And it's like all over his face, but then he tatted his face and it's like kind of just like colored in scribblies all over his face. Whatever. He's a funny guy.
Describing.
I know.
I'm trying. Cartoon character. Jeez.
I'm trying to give a description of him, and honestly, that's exactly what it is. But his name is Internet Sweetheart.
I want to see a picture because what I'm picturing in my head, like I need to know if I did a good job. Like, could I be a sketch artist type? You know. You know, like how good is it? Because I'm sorry, like sidetrack, but like in the movies they'll like literally give like brown hair, like 6'5", and then they'll like draw the whole picture and it's like, yep, that's him. Like. They gave you nothing. I've never seen that person in my life. I would run screaming.
He's a cool dude.
He's scary. Why is there so many things? I'm sorry. Like
No.
I don't.
Do not say anything about him. Do not say anything about him because let me tell you why you should not be mean to him right now.
I'm not being mean.
I think he's funny.
No. I'm not.
I think you're funny.
I just think like when people have like so many face tattoos, it makes me scared. Let me finish. Real quick.
Let me finish what I'm going to tell you, Hidaya. So what he does is every time someone comments something mean about him, he somehow does a dive into their life and finds something out and tattoos it on him and makes a video on it. So all of his tattoos is
oh, I want to go comment something. I want my name on it. Wait, because I was gonna be like, that's so like petty, but like I kind of love it.
No, like let me tell you. Let me tell you some examples. Like somebody commented something like, "Oh gosh, like what did you do to your face? Like that's so atrocious." Like they commented something like that. They're like, you're scary looking," or just it'll be the littlest.
That would be me.
It'll be the littlest, like, or like a oof. Doesn't even matter. He'll go to the user. He'll research their name. They'll find them on the internet. They'll find something. He finds something at some point. I don't know how. Either it's an article.
Like something embarrassing of them?
So for this lady, for example, what he did, I guess she tweeted who knows when, years ago. "Oh my gosh, CPS just came to my door and took Brandon away from me because Ron is such a D-I-C-K, like da-da-da-da-da, like I hate my baby daddy."
Oh.
No, she was just saying that about like just something in her past. So what he did
it.
was tattoo this child with a bandage on its face that says "property of CPS." It's actually insane, and he claps back so hard at them.
That's ridiculous.
Like the way he talks, like he's so funny. And like he did this like another one too to some lady, like some old lady that just commented that some Facebook lady that was scrolling through TikTok comments on his video. He somehow found an article from like 2007 or 2017, still both long time ago. And apparently it was a news article from the small town she was in. And I guess she was at an ice cream truck and she like knocked an ice cream out of a kid's hand and like the police came. And there was just like, it was just a little article in like the small town news or whatever. He found it and then like put like a child with like an ice cream like being like it's a crazy like tattoos, like it's actually insane. Hidaya,
he's gonna find something for me in the beginning clipping
that's
it.
What I'm saying. I'm like he's gonna get you tattooed or something, because like I was like, Hidaya, let me finish speaking, because you're over here like, ew, why would I
didn't say ew, I was just like scary. I would run. Like if I like if man was approaching me on the street and it was like dark at night, I'm running.
He's going to see this one day and get a tattoo of our noses. Both of us. Because I feel like I'm going down with you.
You know what? That would be funny as that. We'll have him on the podcast.
You know what? If he did it, I'd invite him on.
We would have to. Actually, no. Because we do it in our home. I'm not doing that.
So the other day, but I was taking a number 2. And I had the door wide open. No one's home, okay? I had the door open. And the way our bathroom is, the door is open. If it's open while I'm sitting on the toilet, it's against the wall right in front of me, like literally a few inches away from my knees. We have a small bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm on my phone doing my thing and I see something move across at my peripherals, and basically a roach came around the door and like slithered across, and then it went behind the door and like it was back on the other side of the door. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my God, I clean myself up. I get up. I know it's behind the door. I know it's behind the door. I don't even think I told you about the other part.
No, you just sent me a video of after, like, you cleaning it up. But, like, I also was, like, out, so, like, I couldn't really hear it. And, like, I listened to it later, and I was like...
So I literally got up, and then I'm like, I have to kill it. Like, there's no way. I cannot... It's gonna go into my room. It's gonna be... I have to shower. Like, I was about to shower after that. I ended up coming back because I was chilling in this room watching TV. I ended up coming back in here because I got up initially...
You needed a break.
To get a break and shower. And I came back here and showered an hour later because I was so scared. Even though I got it, guys. But I took this Windex spray... And I just started spraying it from, like, the inside. Like, I turned the door open. I saw it there. I started spraying it. And I also, Hidaya made this thing with, like, orange oil. And apparently, like, that, like, kills and repels roaches and other bugs among that. Stuff. I took that, too. Because I know the spray. I know roaches, they're, like, indestructible sometimes. And, like, unless you, like, fully squash it. But I wasn't going to do that. I'm scared. I can't do that. So I just sprayed it with both products back and forth. I have my bra hanging on the back of the door. It goes into the bra.
You're lying.
Yeah.
It went in your bra?
Yeah, don't touch
Burn that bra, bro. Why is it still in there? I
have to, because it was drenched, soaking wet.
Burn it!
I'm going to soak it in the freaking,
bucket.
In the bucket. Because, well, there's chemicals all over it now, so I don't know what to do with it. Okay, listen. So, it went into the bra, and I'm screaming. I'm surprised. Actually, no, I'm not surprised because the neighbors don't care about us.
All the time.
And I'm literally spraying it back and forth, back and forth. It's jumbling in the bra. It's going in from cup to cup. It's going up the thing. And I'm trying to spray it so it could fall on the floor so I could step on it. Because, like, it's on a door that moves. Like, what am I going to do?
Take your shoe off and hit it.
No. I had my slippers on. Like, there was nothing I could do. Thankfully, we had a cup in the bathroom. So I started filling up the cup with water and throwing it, drenching the bra, drenching it. It's soaked with this oil, orange oil, and bleach spray and water, and I just keep dumping it till a point where, like, there was a flood in the bathroom at that point.
No, because the video you sent me, the floor was soaked, and I was like, I thought the toilet spilled over again, and I was like, oh,
it was a little mini flood, and also, like, the door and the bra was just so soaked, drenched, it was just dripping, and that eventually it drowned into the bra, and it fell to the floor, and I took toilet paper and threw it on top, and then I stepped on it after that. And then I left it there for a little bit, like 10 minutes. And then I was on the phone with my sister. I was freaking out. And then I was like mopping around the tissue. And then eventually I stepped on it again and then I flushed it. So it was really scary. But in the middle of this is what I didn't tell you and I didn't mention in the video I sent you. Because I sent Hidaya a video of the aftermath. What I didn't tell you is that when I opened the door to see where the roach was there, a ginormous spider was also next to it in the crack of the door. Meaning it was there the whole time. I'm telling you, the spider was almost the size of my hand.
You killed that as well?
So I started spraying that as well. I was spraying both. And the thing about the spider, though, I sprayed it, and then it went through the crack and left the bathroom. Don't know where it went in the house. Then I went around the house, and I sprayed. When I finished that, I started spraying the orange stuff all around the house.
Wait, so we don't know where that other spider went?
We don't know where he went. But
you're lying, Bree.
He was in the crack.
Did you go towards your bed or my bed?
I don't know.
Didn't
find that spider.
No, you're doing this because you're leaving, and you're trying to mess with me, and I'll literally sleep outside while you're gone.
At least I got one of the bugs.
No,
I sprayed it though. Okay,
no, because what's funny is you got rid of the one thing I don't care about. I care more about spiders.
I sprayed it, and when I went outside the bathroom, it wasn't there anymore. What did you want me to do?
You should have killed it in the moment, Brandon. I have a fear of spiders. I tried,
and it wasn't as smart. It was smarter than the cockroach. It ran away.
Are stupid.
It ran away. If anything, I figured it went into my room, so that's when I sprayed my whole room down with the orange stuff, because the way the bathroom is, that crack, where the door bends, it goes out to my room.
Yeah, I hope he did.
But that was days ago.
You're fine with spiders. I'm fine with killing roaches.
But I also think I sprayed him with both. He had to die by then.
Nah, those spiders. He was big. He could take it. Big. He could take it. But I'm getting hot flashes now. Because it's always when we have to shower. That's always when we see them. All day, all day, we're fine.
I just want to relax in the shower.
Exactly, but anytime I get in there late at night, it's always late at night because we shower.
There's daddy
at
long legs. There's
12.
so many.
Shower after 12 every night without fail.
If they're up somewhere, I don't care.
Well, yeah,
I know
what are we gonna do?
The thing is, they eat roaches. So what I was thinking, I was like, maybe that roach was running away because that spider was trying, because it was at the same level. I was like, what if that spider was trying to eat that roach?
What if you watch it? I've never seen that.
Me neither, but I've been seeing a lot of videos lately of the praying mantises eating roaches, hornets.
Because spiders, like their bodies, technically smaller than the roach.
But the power of their webs, they and leave it.
Suffocate it.
Yeah,
just let it there.
yeah. It's stuck. It's so sticky for bugs that they can't.
Oh my god,
move.
I'm like getting all shivery and like gross, and I just want.
But like that's why I don't mind daddy long legs. I'm terrified of spiders, especially other spiders. But daddy long legs, I'm like, as long as they're, but when they're down low like that, that's the thing. Like it was too close. Like I don't want to. Like if it touches me, I'll scream and pass out.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe down below.
Do what you gotta do.
Give us our recommendations we asked for.
Yeah.
Help us out. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Bye.